So last week, I got an email from a guy by the name of Alex Yukio, and he was asking me to use some of my footage from a video I made around this time last year about my trip to Agloe, New York, for a TV show called Unbelievable that airs in Japan. It started in 1997 and has still been on the air, and they're looking for footage of tourists who have went out of their way to visit this place, and they stumbled across my video. So they asked me to use my footage, and throughout the time I started re-looking at all the footage I had and started kind of reflecting on the place I was at about 2 years ago versus now. When I released the video, it was about a year ago when I released the video, and even then I wasn't doing this. It was just kind of like a random video I put up on my channel, and a lot's changed. Relationships with people have changed. Time in general, the fact that was while I was still in high school. So I think we're going to do a formal kind of like reflection on Agloe, New York again. So the story of Agloe goes like this. Two cartographers, Ernest Alper and Otto Lindbergh, created this paper town copyright trap so people weren't going to steal their maps. What they did was they made an anagram based off the initials of their names, and that's how they arose to Agloe, New York. Now in the 1950s, someone created a general store which was right on the intersection of where Agloe was said to be located. Now years later, Agloe appeared on another map made by a map maker named Rand McNally. So throughout this segment, I referred to the map making company with like a person pronoun, but they're a company, not a person. And he was sued for copyright infringement, but it turns out that he got the name of the hamlet from the Delaware County administration, who said, yeah, that exists there. Because someone made the general store, it made the town exist. And that's what one of my favorite parts of the idea of Agloe is the fact that things only exist when we assign them meaning and give them context to that meaning. Things are only things because we say they are. That gives you an unbelievable amount of control over who you are as a person and how you conduct yourself and all these other things that you can just translate based upon the fact that if you deep down believe something about anything, about yourself, about how the world is, that in fact will become your reality. The only reason Agloe was a thing, the only reason why I ever went there is because we believed in it. You know, we believed that there was something to go grab. There was something there. And there was. I mean, sure, it wasn't like a life-changing, megalith that we looked down upon. It was a sign on a pole. But in a way, isn't that like super powerful in and of itself, that something so simple was given so much meaning? I mean, the reason we went is because I and my friend Dante had liked the book, and the only other reason the other three people went, Lily, Will, and Mike, was because we convinced them to. We told them to, and we made something that was one of like the most meaningful experiences for everyone involved. Not trying to make it sound redundant or hit you guys over the head with the meaning, but the most fascinating part of all of that is you assign your own meaning to things and your own meaning to relationships and your own meaning to life. You decide what's important and what's not important, and what and who, and all the things to focus on. And that's what that's so symbolic of. So, that's just what I got from reflecting on this trip again. I hope you guys got something from this conversation. I'll see you guys next Tuesday.